Welcome to Mirror Filming.
Right here.
I am inventor Dan Zen. This is a process of putting up a mirror and looking into the mirror to speak to the camera, and then having the camera also filming outside the mirror, or indeed a series of mirrors bouncing off of different locations. To do so, I just mounted a mirror on an old-fashioned curly mirror. It could be a convex mirror.
I'm just going to do some
convex one. And mounting it onto
I'm just going to do some
cardboard
filming
tube,
down in the workshop to show
just
you
with a snip of wire
an idea
on the
being
screen.
created. And in doing so,
Go on
this is an early prototype then of the idea,
It does when you see a
except
mirror.
this is too long, so make shorter versions of that with one of these.
Based on a mirror
I'm just going to
to
get
infinity.
this.
But if the
That's
other
glued on,
camera were the one
and
showing
it's a
it
button.
to you,
That's what it is. It's a button
it's
with a
what-
hole drilled
Yes,
in it
it's
and a
what you
bolt
see.
that happens to
I
fit
think it does go
the
into
camera
infinity.
threads
It does, 'cause what you see
coming up
is
under.
the mirror.
And this has been
which
on
has
here
an
for
input.
3 years. I've been using it. It's still, I just glued it on with a
Which has
Gorilla
an input,
Glue
you see.
on a cut stick.
So
I've left it out
feedback
here.
loops or feedback loops on each other.
Through a
going
couple
up to
winters, I
somebody
use it
and-
all winter, walk
if you
around
can
with
get
it,
your-
take pictures on it
your
as a
feed
monopod,
into their
and it's still
camera.
holding, and it's a
That's
button
what's not used.
and a screw.
Of course, getting your
So I'm
own
going to take
feed
this and
into your
use
own
it
camera.
inside.
Very easy to do and create trails. and
Here's
stuff.
maybe what's one of the first of the, maybe the only, no, we've got Elliott's as well, kind of a
Digitally,
sculpture based on a favorite
feedback
bike
is not
and
quite real.
with creations on the bike.
Feedback is
Madeline
just
was so
taking
proud to have a
older,
jewel, and Elliott has a little,
older historical occurrences.
Elliott has a little, what are they called, propellers on
showing
his.
them again while your turn frames are going by. That creates a trail system.
And you could get a camera on the top
If
of that
done
in
well,
the same way. Walk around with the camera way up in the air.
It's just
taking
like a
pictures
trail
and stuff.
of feedback.
Be neat to be able to sort of see what you can see from down here, but that's quite easy at the moment. There's a carrot on that. I wanted to put a
So
real
make a
carrot,
feedback in
but
time
wasn't
is the
allowed.
distance that
and that kind of symbolizes, either upkeep the real
takes
carrot.
to get to the camera and a reflection.
That's a wooden one. It works well. That symbolizes, of course, one of the early inventions.
Through
These things, the basket, aren't really part of it, although
chronological
they look
slapping
neat.
or snapping.
Big scale now,
Slappings
but
and
they're
snappings
something different.
of
They have hooks on them, just coat hanger
your
hooks,
recording.
like so.
Again,
And the coat hanger
feedback, I think, a
hooks
little
fit
bit.
over the fan, and so these baskets go.
If your processing is
And you
off
put
in the
things in
brain.
them. Right, so we were on our way downstairs for some reason.
So now,
So I noticed
feedback.
a
Open that up.
cardboard tube that was a good size. Here it is right here. And so this tube,
and it's
I don't know where that
ripples
came
in
from,
time.
maybe some Christmas paper or wrapping paper or something.
Boop, boop,
Did I do
boop,
Christmas?
boop.
Well, do Christmas.
It's not really. It's
Yeah, welcome to the
it is
Santa's
just a
workshop.
recording of what happened. It's not
This is-
actual reality.
Children, this is it.
It's-
Here it is, Santa's
no-
workshop. Amazing to build with. You can glue to it, you can poke holes in it and bring wires out of it. And this stuff is
Doesn't
strong
go
enough
back. I mean,
to hold a
that's
wire
not-
going through.
You can't.
You
nothing
can do that
will
with an ice pick.
Be
of course.
alive in
Ice
back
pick.
sense.
Ice pick, I think. You might even be able to.
Just
No, not
images,
this. It's
it's a
too thick.
representation.
But
Merely.
certain ones you can just do
Figment,
with a
memory.
Phillips screwdriver, possibly.
What's a memory?
Although really, you want to start at least an X-Acto knife hole. That's
Mhm.
how you do it. You take the X-Acto knife, and if you don't like cutting around X-Acto
Memory,
knife
as
hole,
far as we can tell, is just some sort of
if you don't like going cut,
pathway
and getting this round
to-
hole, just go pierce, and maybe
it's
a
not-
cross
it's
pierce.
sort of like the
Pierce,
journey
cross
is it,
pierce
and the
to be
pathway
safe.
is
And then
memory.
take
the,
a screwdriver like
what
that
you're heading
and just
towards
poke
is
it through the
just little
pierce.
end
And what it
nodes
does
that
is
sit
just
there,
pushes
but it's-
back the material and
that's
gives
the
you a nice
memory.
round screwdriver.
So
Then you take a wire.
that's memories in our
Anything
minds.
that you make with
So
wires, you should
construct
this
a
is
pathway.
the
That
most
doesn't mean you have to
amazing wire.
hold data
Keep
about
the offcuts of
each
your
item
coat
and try
hangers
and
up here. They
remember.
come in really handy as
Um,
various hooks and things like that.
because
as
the
a matter of
pathway
fact,
is
I'm about
all of
even,
that,
you know,
it
long
represents
pieces left over and hooks
context
left over.
that's
That shows you
already
how
happened.
much. Like I've cut a lot of
Anytime
wire,
we move
and
into
hooks go out as much as
different
you know. They go into
view of
drapes.
it,
They go into
bringing
you,
in
know, you name it,
new
smaller
content,
metal pieces,
turning
etc.
it to context.
Okay, here's a coat
And we're
hanger
back in
piece.
real life again. It's
Coat hanger, easy to very easy to get
there is
wire.
no
You get
escaping real
a pair
life,
of
even when thinking about a
steppers
memory.
like these, right there, or any wire cutters can cut coat hanger. And it's hard to.
can
It's
only
not totally
continue,
easy
I
to
guess,
cut.
to,
You know, you can't cut
use
with
what
that
we found
smaller
before,
one. You can
what
with
we
most needle
developed,
nose,
what we've learned, how these
but it's still
things are sort
fairly
of stored
strengthy,
in
or
may
strengthy,
as well use that
lengthy in
to
strength, long and
build
and,
upon.
strong.
Because I really
To
don't
cut
think,
that
from
bit of
what I
wire
can
out.
see
Now I'm going to put
that there
this
would be much
wire. The idea
limitation
is to sort of hook it on like that, so it goes
more
through a
ordered
hole
structures,
in the mirror and hold the mirror up.
thinking and living and
But
feeling and existing.
instead of just, I could easily do that with a
Bringing
staple.
in my
What a
strong
staple
ties
often
of
is you just
alien
take that and you
cultures
bend it kind of in half, and
and,
then it,
many,
it goes over
many.
both ends. In this
I
case,
don't mean
it
to
might work.
say that I have
Yeah, I think
ties
it probably would.
with
This,
aliens.
in a sense, also makes a staple the twining of that, but usually
I've come
a
to
staple
a number
anyway.
of
Well, I have
thought
used that.
conclusions or
You don't usually need it though, where you see how that looks like antennas.
Undeniably, there's many, many ways to live.
We have to do
Even
is cut the
if we
loops
just
of each
take our
coat hanger
current
and
understanding of
maybe
universal
bring that down,
existence,
and you can
there's
walk
many,
around
many
with a bunch
ways
of nodes, symbols.
to live within our universe.
They're joined together with a braid. What does
Let
that
alone the
mean?
possibility of there being infinite
I
number
think
of
they would have to
universes
be, because the
off,
nodes didn't always
forever,
exist, so
or what
something
we
needs to
might
join them
term
together.
Versus their holders. I had a cool thought of
Does that
how
make sense?
that might loop
Probably not,
just
'cause you've got
recently.
one.
If everything got
This
bigger
is
and
the sort
bigger,
of
broader,
the one
holds
wire
and holds
going
and
through, and the
holds,
other one's just kind
could
of clinging
a
onto the
little
wire,
snip,
and that's
the snip
probably
of,
not right.
of that big
What is
broad
it?
thing,
This
the
wire
snip of it
represents
in something
time.
like time, if time is all consuming, the snip of it in time would act as
I think
a
it can be right.
smallest entity
So,
of,
I'm
like
going to
scope.
put this curve bit almost like a hook. I'll just push it in there, and that
inside
leaves this
of
much
the-
wire
its
to
children.
kind of hook around the mirror. I probably
so
don't
for
even
us,
need
as
that.
far as
As a
we
matter of
know,
fact,
we
usually I
think
don't
the
get this
smallest
much
thing in
wire
our
in, and
scope,
it's-
the
it's
universe,
cut like
is
that.
string theory.
That would have been fine wire.
And that's a
So,
string. We've gone to quarks. And
For
we're
example,
at a
there's
string.
pieces up there that
So
are like
that
that, so I'll just go
string
get one of those.
Would contain
So here is one of those.
its outer universe,
and
which is our
that
universe.
feels pretty good, so I'll just
Contain
dump
its
that
outer
in there, and then
universe.
I'll have two wires coming out that I'll be able to use on the top to hold the mirror on.
in it. Would that mean it's
Okay.
our universe?
There we have the
It's
wire pushed
the
in.
strings,
I can actually lift
outer
that up.
universe
That
would
wire
be
worked
our
great.
universe.
The wire is
So it
pushed
would
in. I can
contain
lift
a
up.
snap
The
of
tube comes
time
with me. I didn't
in our
necessarily
universe.
expect that. It's almost like a spring in there or something that holds those two. Now
And
before
by
we tighten that
taking
up,
all of the-
which we can do
therefore
quite
it is-
easily, either with a
this is the
twist or
smallest
tuck
thing
the
we
one
know.
in.
The largest thing we know
Let's consider
is at any
some
time
decoration. Do you see any
instance
decoration?
all the energy that would fit into the
There's this
smallest
thing, so we can poke that
in
through as a kind
this
of a,
current
yeah, that looks
universe.
nice.
So, like if you think of the smallest possible slice of time, that's not very much matter. As a matter of fact, the smallest, the infinite amount
This
of
other one
time,
relates to it, I
small,
think,
small, the infinite amount of time
to come under
would hold no matter. Hence,
there.
a string also can hold no
Some
matter,
crazy looking
and yet
feet.
how this wraps. There's
And
no
then
need to go
that's
bigger
pretty
or
nice.
smaller or ever end.
now it jangles a lot.
That might be
But if
where
it jangles too much, I can always
Einstein
take it off.
and those
And what
going
about
a universe that loops around on itself?